Hello, my dear all the students. Welcome to Sadikul official, and I am your organizational management teacher. Hopefully, you are fine. I am also so good. So you know that your exam will come soon, and for that reason, today we are only trying to define the major topics about management and organizations behavior. So without any more wasting time, let's start our today's class. And yes, if you are fast on my channel, then please do subscribe and press the bell like icon. Thank you so much. So what is the first question of today's? Our first question is different level of management. So in management process there are three types of level: upper level, lower level, and the middle level. So who is the upper level? You can easily understand. Upper level is actually the bosses who are creator of the organizations or any company's main creator. They call actually upper levels, or managers they also called upper level. So if I try to define perfectly, so the upper level is actually the board of directors, president, vice president, and the CEO are all examples of top level. These managers are responsible for controlling and overseeing the entire organization. So now I'm gonna talk about the middle level. So whose are the actually middle level? So you can understand the middle levels are general managers, branch managers, and the department managers. These are actually the middle level. You can also be a persons in middle level. Middle levels are actually given the work or the task to the lower level. So middle levels work is very necessary and very important for any types of organizations or any other company. So the middle level, they are accountable to the top management for their department function. Middle level manager devote more time to the organization and directional functions than top level managers. So some of their functions are, now I am going to define to you: designing and implementing, defining and monitoring, diagnosing, resolving problems, and designing and implementing. Now these are the examples or the theory of middle level. So now I'm gonna talk about the lower level of the company. So every part is important: lower level, middle level, and upper level. But whose are the lower levels? So the low managers, supervisors, section leads, and the examples of low level. These managers focus on controlling and directing. Low levels are responsibility of assigning employees tasks, guiding, supervising employees, making recommendations and suggestions, up channeling employees problems. This is actually called the lower level, and this is the managers provide basic supervision, motivation, career planning, performance feedback, and staff supervision. So this is actually the lower level. Okay, my dear students, so I hope that you understand this question very easily, and I try my best to define very easily to you this question: top level, middle level, and lower level. If your exam come this question, then try to write these words what I teach to you right now. So now I'm gonna talk about our next question. Okay, so our next question is, what is our next question, my dear students? Can you guess? Our next question is goal a plan? Do you think so that if a goal is a plan or anything? So a goal is desired result a person or a system, a vision, plans, commits to achieve personal or organizational desired end point, some sort assumed development. Many people endeavor to reach goals within a finite time by setting deadlines. A goal management is about more than just the annual assigning of goals and reviewing of employees' performance. It's about getting every employee to use and develop their talents, skills, and experience to help organizational meet its overarching goals. A goal is actually planned. Just think, my dear students, if your company has a no goal or if your life has no goal, then you can't reach the actual destination in your life. So goal is necessary. Like at first we read in class 1 to 10, then we read in college 11, 12, then we go to university where we get 4 years diploma or bachelor's degree, and they provide this degree. After then we get graduation, then we do MBA, then after we give an interview to our targeted work or our favorite companies. So this is actually a goal, right? If you are not starting read it properly 1 to 10 or 11 to 12 or 13 14 15 your university, what will you say, you can't reach your that destination, or you can't give that, they can't give you that job. So this is actually a goal if you think deeply, and this is actually it works. So every person, I also always try to say to my students, focus only one thing, not many more things. Try to focus only one thing. Like if you want to be a footballer, then just focus on your football, in not any other things. If you want to be a cricketer, then just try to be focus on your cricket, not any other sports. And if you want to be a doctor, engineer, pilot, any others, then just do focus on that occupation, or try to focus on your study at first. Study is actually necessary. Without study you can't achieve or you can't learn anything in your life. So study is actually important. Try to do study properly and try to get knowledge more and more, because nowadays in 2020 information is power. A or whom information, a person who have more information than you, he or she is more powerful than you. So try to get or try to understand or try to get actually more data in your brain or in your computer, and try to memorize that. It will be helpful for your exam and your life also. So please try to focus on your study. And this is actually what I used to learn, teach to you, what is goal or how actually is goal works. So now I'm gonna talk about our next question. Okay, so my dear students, how's your day going on? Tell me, what are you doing today and how's your day going on? Your exam will come very nearly. You will already get your routine, I know that. But so don't waste your time. Try to focus, do on your study. And please do subscribe on my channel, my dear favorite students. It will be encouraged and it will be give more motivation to me to make more videos for you. So now our next question is the limitations of MBO. So what does it mean? MBO means management by objectives. So you know, as a management subject or as a management teacher, I will try to define every parts or criteria about management. So the limitations, every management has some limitations, okay, as like every things do. So lack of support from top management, this is the first thing in management, because sometimes we can see in a company that lower levels are not connected with upper level because of their skills, of their educational knowledge, or their what I can say to you can understand very easily. So this is the first and major problems in management, as the authority is vested in the top management. In traditional organization it flowed from the bottom, but in the process MBO the subordinates are also given an equal opportunity of the participation, which is sometimes not liked by the top management. So number 2 is resistant subordinates. So what does it mean? The subordinates can also be resentful towards the systems of MBO, and sometimes while setting the goals they may be the pressure to get along with the management, and the objectives which are set by are realistic. The subordinate generally feels suspicious to the management and believe that MBO is another play. Problems: the enumerating goals and objectives. This is also a major problem, my dear students. The MBO can be successful if the goals can be established in proven terms. The MBO is consuming and costly process. MBO is actually costly process. If you try to do your management system good, it will be give more money or process. MBO could be time consuming, costly process. So emphasize in short-term goals. Goals under MBO are set only for a short term in 6 months to 1 year. The reason could be goals are quantitative in nature, and thus it could be difficult to go in planning in MBO. So lack of training and adequate skills. Most of managers lack adequate skills, knowledge and training required in interpersonal interaction, which is required in MBO. Poor integration. Generally there is poor integration of MBO. My dear students, I will definitely come within 1 minute. Just don't go anywhere, stay connected with me, okay? Yo, I'm back again. So now I'm gonna talk about our next question. Sorry for that, I went to drink water. Try to drink water, my dear students, regularly, okay? Because drinking water is very helpful for your healthy, and it makes you keep fit. I always try to teach my students also lead a very healthy and happy life. A person needs drink water every day, almost of 5 liters. So try to drink more and more water daily. It will be also helpful for your body, and it will makes you fit, okay, my dear students? So now I'm gonna talk about its weakness management, benefits and weakness. So what are the benefits of MBO? Better management. Yes, MBO do better management, because if you have a proper plan, or if you're doing your work properly or maintainingly, it will be helpful for your management. MBO results in improved and better managing. Better managing requires setting goals for the each and every activity individuals and ensuring the achieved MBO. For establishing objective, there is a need to be better and result oriented planning. Management by objectives for sales. Number 2, clarifying organization. MBO helps in clarifying organizational roles and structures. Responsibility and authority are assigned per the requirements of the tasks assigned. There is no use of fixing objectives without developing requisite authorities. So clarity is organization. Clarity means in Bengali means স্বচ্ছতা. So MBO actually clarify the situations and the positions of everything in management. So encouraging personal commitment. It is the main benefit of MBO. It is encourages personnel to commit themselves for the achievement of specified objectives. In MBO, the purpose of every person is clearly defined with his or her own consent. Number 4, developing controls. MBO mechanism helps in defining effective controls. The need for setting control is the setting of standards. Then from him, these standards acts as clear-cut controls. So controls can easily be devised in MBO for growth. So these are the advantages, but also some advantage. There are also some demerits or disadvantage MBS also. So now I'm gonna talk about some disadvantage of this. So what are the disadvantages? The disadvantage is failure to teach MBO's philosophy. The success of MBO will depend upon its proper understanding by managers. When managers are clear about this concept, only then they can explore but how it works. So failure to give guidelines to goal setters. If the goal setters are not given proper guideline deciding their objective, then MBO will not be success. So the managers who will guide in goal setting should be the also know planning premises and assumptions for the future. So difficulty in setting goals. The main emphasis in MBO techniques is on setting objective. The setting objective is not simple thing. Emphasis on short-term objectives of the MBO program. There is a tendency to set short-term objectives. Managers are indecisive to set goals for year and loss. Number 5, danger in flexibility. There is a tendency to restrict the objectives even there is no need for the modification. Normally objectives will cease to the meaningful if they are even changed. It will be also too foolish to strive for goals which have become obsolete due to revised corporate. So these all are the advantage and disadvantage. My dear student, every coin has this part and this part, right? So like this, it also has some both side advantage and disadvantage, but the advantage are main, disadvantage are limited. So try to read these both terms, advantage and disadvantage, because we personally don't know what question will come your exam, advantages or disadvantages. So try to read both term. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about our next question. Okay, so what is the next question? Our next question is the different approaches of decision making. So decision making approaches is perspective, rational and normative model, and it specifies how decisions should be made. Classical approaches is made following assumption that decision maker has clear and the well defined to be achieved. All the problems are precisely defined, and all alternative coupons are the inter decision making. So these are the actually approach. So now I'm gonna talk about risk. Risk is everything in business. Risk is very common and popular term. In your life we also take so many risks. High risk high gain, people says, but also if you want to do any business, try to maintain risk very limited. You try to invest your business which have low risk. Okay, not my dear students, I'll explain it. Okay, just hold on a second. So this is actually risk, and if for a businessman risk is very common popular term, because every day they fight with risks. You can't even know what will come in your future or next. So risk is very What now I'm gonna talk about what is meant by decision making. The thought process of seeking logical choice from the available options when trying to making a good decision. A person must be weight and positives, so must be determine which option is the best to particular situation. There are also types of group decision, individual group decision. Individual and group decision making are two different aspects to the decision making process of the business organization. Individual decisions are made by all the managers from top executives and the not generally rational individuals. Decision making is very fast. Decisions are the decision. On the other hand, group decision making is a very slow process. In the group decision making, two or more managers is involved. The group decision is all the member participants as a backbone to the group decision making. So now I'm gonna talk about another questions. Okay, my dear students. So what do you know about matrix organization? Can you answer it? Don't worry, this is actually hard, but I will try my best to define it very easily to you. A matrix organization. This question will definitely come in your exam. Okay. A matrix structure is a company structure in which the reporting relationships are set up as a grid or matrix rather than in the traditional hierarchy. In other words, employees have dual reporting relationships. Examples: 1970s Philip Dutch multinational electronics company set up matrix management. Many other corporations functional project lines around that time. Merits, merits of matrix organizations. It helps to focus attention, talent, and resources on so single individuals with facility. My dear students, hold on a second. So now you can ask me, sir, why matrix organizations is used? The main responsibility of the project managers is to maintain among intervalent factors of a particular project. He has to communicate with the horizontal and vertical hold on adaptable to dynamic environment. Participate. Number one, better coordination and control. The main responsibility of the project manager to maintain coordination among international factors of particular project. Adaptable to dynamic environment. This structure is adaptable to the frequent changing and uncertain environment. Maximum uses of resources. The project is handled at a time as such to the there the specification staffs and experts of a completed project can be used other project. Participate management. Matrix structure emphasizes on participate management. Here people are working together on a project as a team. Sufficient type of top management. This structured delegation of authority to project manager their responsibility. Sufficient type of management planning policies rather than optimal activity. Hold on a second, my dear student. So now I'm gonna talk about our next question. My dear students, I will definitely give you a good suggestion before your exam night, okay? Don't miss that class. So the principles of delegations authority. So the principles party authority and responsibility. Responsibility is one of the important principles of delegations of authority. Number two, principles of absoluteness of responsibility. Principles of unity of command. The scalar chain and responsibility can never be delegation. So now I'm gonna talk about our next question. What is two-way communication? Actually, two-way communication is very common thing, my dear student. You and me. You can ask nothing in me, right? This is one-way communications. I only teach you. You can't ask me anything. Yes, you can ask me in the comment section, not directly. But when you talk to your friends or relatives or any other persons, actually, when you are do class in live in your classroom, then you can ask that question to your teachers very easily and frequently. This is called two-way communication. This two-way communication is very helpful in management because when a workers can ask any questions to your when a worker can ask any question to his upper level very easily, he can do or he can finish his work very smoothly and very beautifully. But many companies and most of the companies this opportunity doesn't have, so workers cannot communicate with his or her upper level, or upper level can't communicate, or they do not communicate it with lower level. That's why this sometimes miscommunication has happened and the work going to be lazy or will be late. So two-way communication is very important in management. Now the what is the disadvantages of decentralization? Decentralization can be extremely beneficial. So it can be dangerous unless it is carefully constructed to the monitor or good of the company as a whole. Number one, uniform policies not followed. Under decentralized, it is not possible to follow uniform policies. Problems of coordination. Decentralization of the create problems of coordination, more financial burden. Decentralization require the employees of trained, require qualified personnel, conflict. Now I'm gonna talk about conflict. Conflict is actually very harmful for any types of organization. Conflicts means actually misbehavior or any argument between two or more public. In organization, conflict is harmful for that organization because for this conflict, a company can't grow or reach or their destination. So try to reduce the conflict as much as you can, and try to resolve the conflict if conflict occur. A company's top level or managers need to take proper steps to resolve that conflict as soon as it will be helpful for company. So, what do you mean by departmentation? Departmentalization involves dividing an organization into different departments which perform tasks according to the department's specializations in the organization. Departmentalization as means the structuring in organization can be found in the both public and private organizations. So now, my dear students, I am going to get back again the talk about matrix organization. Now I'm going to define perfect examples of matrix organization. The matrix design is based on two overlapping the departmentalization jobs are grouped according to the function, and that set of produced groups are supermade across the functional groups. Matrix design provides the benefits of both functions and another type of departmentalization. It increases flexibility of employees' learning, cooperation, and unnecessary complexity. Business schools often use a matrix forms of organization design academic departments. So this is actually matrix organizations. And so now I'm gonna talk about another important questions, my dear student. Don't go anywhere, stay connected. And yes, again I'll say, if you are first on my channel, then kindly do subscribe. It will be helpful for me. Okay, so now I'm gonna talk about who is a leader. A leader is a person who actually the main head of an organizations, or a person who whom follows people. Okay, a leader is not born, it will be made. Not everyone would be, or not everyone is a leader. In a company there is only one or two leader. Okay, my dear students, so leadership is very important for a company, because without leader or a leadership, a company cannot run his business very properly. A leader, so what is leadership and management? Leadership is the ability to individual influence motive. So now I'm gonna talk about leadership styles. Leadership styles is directive. Here the leaders provide guidelines, let subordinates know what is expected them. Number two, supportive. A leader must need to be supportive, because a leader, their employees or the coordinate are dependent on the leader. So if a leader is not supporting, it will be very disrespectful for them, and also they cannot get beneficial from their leader. So a leader must need to be supportive. So participative, a leader must need to participate his work with his employees or the coordinator. If he do not participate with his or her coordinator, business cannot run properly or cannot grow as faster as he thought. So achievement oriented, yes, this is also important, my dear student. A leader sets challenged goals, encourages employees to reach their peak performance, and leader believes that employees are responsible enough to accomplish challenging goals. This is same as goal setting theory. So now I'm gonna talk about work environment, which is very necessary for a organization, because without working proper, a healthy or a good work environment, a organization can be lead or cannot be run. At first, how could we can say organization be a perfect work environment? At first we need to see its safety. If their environment is safety for their work workers, then it will be helpful for them and they will be encouraged or join more workers to your company. But if your company doesn't provide that safety to your workers, then they can be demotivated or they can be think about their future, they left your company, thus you can get a big loss. So environment is very necessary for your workplace and it will be must be suitable for your workers. So my dear students, now I'm going to talk about another topic. So a few minutes ago I told you that a leader is not made, is not born, it will be made. What is actually I like to mean to you, this is not something that requires my opinion because this question has been well researched. One studies Richard Harvey and colleagues have estimated the leaders is about 2 or 3 made and 1 by 3rd born. This makes sense though. If we are leadership as a self-learned skill, the question would be learned limitations for the leadership. So there will be born then be effort to the director towards identification. Analysis of this program suggests that in general the working led to the positive gains. My dear students, take a 2 minutes break, okay? I will define our next question to you after 2 minutes break. Okay, dear students? So, okay, fine. Not. So my dear students, now I'm gonna talk about our next question, okay, which is very important. So what is money? I know you can easily given this answer to this question. Money is important, money is life, or money is blah blah blah. But what is actually money is the ultimate motivation. Yes, because when I will provide you more money, you will provide me more work, right? So money is actually power. Without money, this work could be run without a single day. So money is necessary for life, but try to maintain your ethics and morality, okay? Not everything is for money and not money is not everything. Money is important for life, but money is not life, because just you think a patient who will be gonna die, he doesn't need any money. Maybe he have lot of money, but he cannot get more days in your life. So money is important, but not money is life. But whatever we don't follow this, the money is the ultimate motivation. Do you mean? What do you agree or disagree? That money is a ultimate motivator. Money is the ultimate motivator. Most successful entrepreneurs say that primarily motivation has been built something leading. When two similar posts have different salaries, the motivations with the lower salary but has to be real positive benefit. Paid overtime can be a good tool. Like number one has what I say. a person you will provide 5k, okay, 5,000. In next month you will provide him 6 or 7,000. Then it will be inspired him and he will do more works very attentively for your company. So this is number one, first thing. Number second is a person do overtime in your company and you will pay the wages to him more for his overtime work, and you will pay double salary for his or her overtime. Then it will give him more inspired and it will give him or her more energy. Then he or she will give or provide more overtime for your company. It will be helpful for your company. Then your company will definitely earn more profit and you will reach your destination very easily. This is how actually money works for your employees. And number three, everyone with the same job gets paid pays roughly the same. Again, welcome demotivation for the person who doubly hard with the returns of their object. So this is not actually important, but now I am teach you our another topic after this. Now I'll give you 1 minute break. Okay, my dear students, just keep quiet for 1 minute. My dear students, don't go anywhere. I will definitely start this class after 1 minute later when this isn't finished. Hold on a second and stay connected, and yes, do comment if you can't understand anything. Okay, my dear students. Just if you have any question, then do comment below on this video. I'll try to explain that questions. Okay. One more minute please, dear students, stay connected. one more minute, my dear students. I'll definitely start my video, my teaching again. Okay, so mm, many more comments has already come. Okay. So okay, let's start again. So controlling. Now I'm teach you controlling. How does actually controlling work? We are very quite familiar and popular this term in organization controlling. Without controlling, you cannot get your destinations. Controlling is important for your workers. If your workers are not controlled by yourself, then it will be harmful for your organization. But how does it actually works? And time standards, cost standards, income standards, market share, productivity, profitability. Yes, if you control your workers properly, then they will be more productive and they will be more, you value their time and they use their time very properly. So this is how actually controlling work. Controlling, you can understand this term very easily. Don't pathetically in your family, your father or your mother control yourself. You control your younger brother. Okay, as a big brother or big sister, you have responsibilities to control or maintain your younger ones. So as like people controlled each other, your father was is also controlled by his or her boss. Your mother is also controlled by any your his or her boss maybe. So without controlling, a institute or any organization can't run properly. If you see your school, college or universities departments, your teachers are controlled by the your main chairman, department chairman. Your department chairman is controlled by another vice principal, and your vice principals is controlled by the principal. So this is actually control work, and controlling is important for every sectors in your daily life, even in your hospital, even any types of organizations. So now I'm gonna teach you another question. Okay, so my dear students, now I'm gonna teach you some short questions. Okay, I hope you can cooperate with me and I'll definitely finish this class very soon. This is a master class, you can understand. So I need to take your class because last few days I don't have get the time to take your classes and your exam will come soon. So today I take this master class for you. So what is productivity? Now productivity is important. Every person must needed to be productive. Don't do copy paste. If you do this copy or paste, then you can't learn anything. Your whole life is absolute depend to others and you always do copy paste. So try to do productive and try to make something new from inside of you. And this is how actually productivity or productive actually works. Productivity is an economic measures the output per unit to input units in sports labor, and the capital white output is typically measured in the revenues. So gross domestic product, GDP components such as business inventors. So this is about the productive. Okay, so now I'm talk about discipline. Discipline is important in our daily life and also in organization. Without discipline, a organization or a man cannot be run or do anything in his or her life. Discipline is actually necessary from when a child born in a family, his whole life run by his father or mother's discipline. Without discipline, you cannot reach your destinations or goals. So these third principles of management is about obedience. It is often part of the core values, the vision form of good, effective product to the respectful interaction. This management principle is essential as what I already said to you, as the oil to make the engine to organization and run smoothly. And in we teach or we learn actually discipline from the schools. I can still remember when I was reading in schools. Now you can say I'm a professor, but when I was reading in schools, I also follow disciplines what my teachers tell me to do, or if they every day give the SW, what means homework to me, and I will try to finish them every day as with my own capability. And every day I when I was reading in school, I wake up 6 in the morning, then I took the breakfast. I went to the school at 7 a.m. and our um, assembly was started at 7:30 a.m. Then after the assembly, our class started at 8 a.m. Then I will get I will got a break in tiffin period at 10 a.m. After the tiffin period, I went to the playground and play football, cricket, badminton to my friend with my friends. Then I again went back to the class and read two classes. Then I went home at 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. Then I took my lunch. After the lunch, I took a little sleep, or sometimes I went to the playground. But most of the times my teachers was came to teach me, and I read to my teachers. Then after they went, I pray my evening prayers. Then I again went to the table to read my study, and I took my dinner 9 or 10 p.m. Then I went to my bed and sleep at 11 at midnight. So this is actually a discipline. Okay, at first I wake up in the morning, went to the schools, come back to the schools, take the lunch, dinner, and take to my teachers reading study. This is all actually at a discipline. Without this discipline I cannot reach here. So discipline is necessary for human's life. Every person's need to be a good routine, and he or she must be disciplined. Okay, so now I am gonna talk about another question. Okay, my dear students. The human behavior is goals. The central thesis of the human behavior is that since management involves getting things done with people, and the individual views as socio-psychological being is referred to as the human relationships or bachelor sciences, and this is called human behavior is very important for every person. And we actually learn about behavior from our school, colleges. Mainly we at the a child who born in a family, he or she learns the behavior most in his father and mother. So behavior first part is actually his family. If a child behavior depends on his or family's characters. So if a person's behavior is bad, then you can understand easily where he or she belongs. So try to do focus on your behavior, try to do act good to others peoples. It will be helpful, and also people get attracted by a good behavior. So behavior is important for human life and also in your office work or in the at the organization. Without a good behavior you can't communicate with other peoples, and people can give you a good benefit, or they cannot, they try to avoid you if your behavior is actually bad. So try to do or make a good behavior to do act to the other peoples. Okay, my dear students. So now I'm gonna talk our next, my dear student. Hold on a second. Committee in organizations. An organization must need a committee. A committee has a CEO or the creator of the committee or anyone. So without committee, a organization can't be run properly. So committee is needed for a organization. Okay. So now I am going to teach you our last questions. So what is our last questions? Our last question is the our last short question, not only question, short questions. Okay. My dear students, if you can't understand anything, then definitely do comment. I will try to explain that question to you very easily in my next class. Okay. Okay. So why management is called the theory of jungle? The purpose of this article is identify the various management theory, management process school, management process views, the management of a process, getting things done, the people. The imperial school, the imperial views, the management theory is the study of the experience. Okay. The human behavior schools, I also try, and I already teach you everything what is very important. Okay. So tactical plan. Tactical plan is our last topic. Tactical plan. Every plan is very important, but when you does or when you solve this that plan very tactically, or when you use your brain properly to solve that plan, how that plan works very easily and smoothly, it's called tactical plan. Plan is, if not every problem you can solve very easily, you need to be think about that plan, and you need to be solve your problem with your brain and your resources and also of your capacity. For an example, you need 10 taka but you have only 5 taka, then you have less 5 taka, then where you get that 5 taka, it will be, then you need to be think, right, my dear student? So this is actually, you can lend any others from that 5 taka, or you can earn more 5 taka to invest that 10 taka in your project or anything. This is actually tactical plan, and this is actually how tactical plan works. If you want to be successful, given successful to your plans, you must need to be learn your tactical plan, and you must think about how to resolve that problem. So my dear students, today I'm gonna finish this master class. Hopefully you can understand every point, every and each point. I will try my best to define every and each point very easily to you, but if you have any questions, or without hesitation, just do comment below or just do mail me. I will try to define that question to you very easily in my next video, but I think you have no questions. I try my best to solve very easily to you. So see you in the next class, and please I beg request to you, if you are first on my channel, then kindly do subscribe and press the bell like icon. And if you think this video is very important and if you can learn many things from this video, then just do share this video to your friends. So today I'm going to finish this class. Thanks for stay connected. See you again, Sadikul official. Goodbye, take care.